This was early in performing this piece, and I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. What's up, everybody? My name is Lilley. I'm a singer, songwriter, poet. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I just released a poetry EP called 5 Poems Opus 2. It is out now. It's out on Spotify, Apple Music. I'm really excited. This is my second full length. My second poetry EP. Both are actually available on Spotify, so you can go down to the link in my description and you'll be able to go right to the streaming platforms and check it out. But what I wanted to do today is I was actually going to react to one of the poems that's on the EP called Celebrate. Celebrate is one of the poems that I had when not when I first started writing, but it's one of the poems that I performed the most often. This video is actually from maybe 5 or 6 years ago, which is why I'm not looking forward to reacting to it. So we will see. We'll see how this goes. Okay, so background. I was at a church in Mattapan, Massachusetts. It's an area around Boston. A friend of mine invited me to do poetry at his church. It's funny because I didn't meet him at a church event. Why are my headphones on? He met me at an open mic in Manhattan, and he just thought I was good. So that was great. Yeah, let's check it out.
Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black, and also a man, but not also dead.
All right. I still don't have the greatest cameras yet, but at the time, this was the only camera that I had. Let me just make sure you can see. You're not gonna be able to see it. It's fine. It was actually something that my college or my grad school had given to me to videotape my lessons. So this was not for video quality. I still use it sometimes, but as you can tell from this video, like if you look, you can barely see my face. The lights are just terrible. It was a low lighting situation. It was just horrible. If you watch my YouTube shorts or you follow me on TikTok or Instagram, you'll have heard me talk about what it means to write a poem after someone. I actually quoted Lucille Clifton at the beginning of this poem. I don't think I quoted her accurately. The line is, "Won't you celebrate with me? For every day something has tried to kill me and has failed." And I loved that line so much that it just inspired me to write the rest of this piece. Let's keep watching.
Not also kissing the face of a slack-jawed bullet thirsty for the life water in my chest. Come and celebrate with me.
You'll also notice if you listen to the project, I changed the words life water to blood because it just felt unnecessary. Poets, I feel like as a poet, I'm trying to only be, what's the word? Flowery and super descriptive when it's necessary, and trying to minimize being creative for creative's sake. Like everything should have a purpose, and life water didn't really serve its purpose.
Man, but not also dead. Not also kissing the face of a slack-jawed bullet thirsty for the life water in my chest. Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black, and also sunlight. Also the joy of the Lord, which is my strength, which is to say, I be not shadow. Amen. I be not weakness. I be not less than, no, I be strength, I be shine, I be the sun, the thing keeping all these other living things alive. Come and celebrate with me.
I realized that I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. I don't even know what I'm doing with my hands now.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
This was early in performing this piece, and I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. That's what it feels like. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. Also, this is deep into my bow tie era. Do you see that? You can't see the bow tie because the camera is so bad. Let's just keep watching.
For today I awoke and I was black, and also music, also djembe and conga, also marimba and steel pan, which is to say, ain't gonna let nobody turn me round, turn me round, turn me round. And this sound can only be the triumph triumph of this body being more than a body, being a melodic benediction, being worthy of life, which is to say.
I have this line in there where I actually sing. I love incorporating music and poetry together. And I know that writing songs is like putting music and poetry together, but go with me. So I inserted, just ain't gonna let nobody turn me around in it. I sang it. I didn't know that they were gonna like sing harmony.
What is that melody?
So I was like, in my head, I was like that because I'm a professional on the outside. I know what I'm doing and I'll keep going no matter what. But yo, they started singing. I was like, yo, that's lit. Love that. Can't really tell if the mic is on because my voice isn't that much louder than the person who's next to the camera making all of the audience sounds. That's right.
Preach, preacher!
Let's keep watching.
Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black and also worthy of living. Also, the dream Martin built speeches on. Also, the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Also, the rhythm and blues, the muse to all this dark culture. Also,
Okay. For float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, in my head, I was gonna pretend like I was fighting or something. I've never fought a day in my life. I don't know who I was fooling. Actually, I was fooling no one because I tried in my head I was gonna do that, and the mic was. I didn't count on the mic being right in front of me for some reason.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.
Also, my eyes were closed that whole time. The very first thing that I learned in performing school is open your eyes when you perform. Open your eyes when you perform. I'm trying. It's hard. There are a lot of people out there. I'm scared. Just keep going.
a product of a bloodstained banner. Also, fearfully and wonderfully made, a body created in the image of God. Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black and also a son of God. Also, the body Jesus died for. Also, the benediction, the yea and amen, which is to say, ain't gonna let nobody take my name, so call me what I am, a holy nation.
I think I forgot a whole line in there.
A royal priesthood, call me song, call me hymn, call me spiritual song, come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black and I was sinner and I was saved and I was grace and I was also alive because I ain't supposed to be here.
Something that I was thinking about once I got to this point, that last line, I ain't supposed to be here. Something I was thinking about is by this time I had been writing a lot about mental health. Just a couple of years before this, I had written a poem about my own mental health journey and different times that I've tried to, harm myself. And I was getting a little weary of writing poems like that. And I was worried. I was actually worried that I wasn't going to have much more to write about. Like, I just had this mindset like, yo, what if all I am is the depression poet or like the mental health poet or the poet that talks about, watching this back, even though the poem is, let me see, how old is it? Even though this video is 5 years old and the poem is a little over 5 years old, the content still matters to me, and hopefully it still matters to you. Just let me know. But when I perform it, it still, gets the reaction. And it's the same thing with the stuff that I've been writing. Even when I do write about mental health, or if I do share about, depression and anxiety and self-harm and stuff like that, there's still people who need to hear what, we have to say. That's for you. That's for you. If you are a performer, an artist, a poet, not everybody has heard your story. So you may have gotten tired of it, but other people still need to hear it. Poetry belongs on Spotify. Because I believe it so much, I made a playlist. So if you go down to the link in my description, you'll find a link to my Spotify playlist called Poetry Belongs on Spotify. It has some of my poems as well as some of my favorite poems from across the entire world, from some poets that I really appreciate and admire. Go down to the link in the description and follow my poetry playlist, Poetry Belongs on Spotify. And let's get back to the video. I'm gonna go back a little bit.
Call me spiritual song, come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke and I was black and I was sinner and I was saved and I was grace and I was also alive because I ain't supposed to be here. It's like I made my bed in a pine box once. It's like this poem was written by a dead man, so you can call me a ghostwriter. It's like this poem was supposed to be my eulogy, but it was this poem that made my body Lazarus. It was
Yo, that ghostwriter line, I thought was gonna bring the house down, and nobody listen to it. Nobody said nothing.
It's like this poem was written by a dead man, so you can call me a ghostwriter.
Not a word. Even the lady who's in the microphone, who's wow, speak poet. Not a word from her. Goes to show you, you think you got something and you don't.
It's like this poem was supposed to be my eulogy, but it was this poem that made my body Lazarus. It was these God-breathed words that made me throw up death like the poison it is. Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke.
I was thinking, I know there's like 10 seconds left, but before these 10 seconds come in, somebody just said preach, right? I'm thinking, I wonder how much of the experience of listening to poetry is dependent on the packaging it's in. Here's what I mean, right? If I had said it like this, right? It was these God-breathed words that made me throw up death like the poison it is. Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke, and I was black, and I was sinner, and I was grace, and I was saved, and I was also alive. They wouldn't have said preach from the back of the room. I think it's just something about, yeah, I grew up in church, so I must have taken some of that from, all of the years I spent in the pew. There's part of me sometimes that's like, yo, what if the poem is whack, but they like how it sounds? That doesn't matter. Only because and I'm learning this in music. Sometimes you like a song for the beat. Sometimes you like a poem for the cadence of the poet. Sometimes you like a poem because it's beautiful words. Sometimes you like a song because of the melody, and that's it. That's okay. You can like what you like. Let's go back a little bit and close out the poem.
Eulogy, but it was this poem that made my body Lazarus. It was these God-breathed words that made me throw up death like the poison it is. Come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke, and I was black, and I was man, and I was sinner, and I was saved, and I was grace, and I was joy, and I was love.
I was freestyling at this point. I just realized, what is this girl doing? I broke it. I broke the internet. Reset. There we go. This girl right here. What is she doing? What's happening? She's just been standing here at the piano. That's a table, by the way. That is not a piano stand. Listen, if you've never worked at a church, you need to know. We do it with what we got. Okay. Yeah, I was freestyling this at the end. I don't think I had the very last page of the poem. I don't think I had the last stanza of the poem either memorized or even fully written yet. So I was just winging it. So let's see how I wanged it, how I wung it.
And I was grace, and I was joy, and I was love, and I was black, and I was broken, and I was black, and I was saved, and also alive.
Yeah, you can tell I didn't know how to end the poem. It feels like it goes up, 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 and also alive. What I would do differently if I was doing that last line, right? I have different words now that I'm still, making sure I know. I probably would have said, so come and celebrate with me. For today I awoke, and I was black, and I was sinner, and I was grace, and I was saved, and God was still in this body, so he still can get this glory. And I was black, and I was broken, and I was black, and I was beautiful, and also alive. Give it, actually coast to a stop versus running smack dab into a wall. Also, last thing. Vintage C. Lilley poetry. If you've been following me since this page and all of my socials were C. Lilley poetry, shout out to you. You're a real one. And if you're a real one, you know this poem. And if you're not a real one, You can become a real one today by liking and subscribing to my YouTube channel and streaming 5 Poems Opus 2 on Spotify, because it is there right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell so that you can be notified for new videos. Also, if you'd like to continue supporting me, consider joining me on Bandcamp. Bandcamp is one of the best ways to directly support artists and people that you enjoy and that you love. Finally, my poetry playlist is down in the description. So my baby is waking up. Is she waking up? She went back to sleep, but the video is still done. So I'll see y'all later. Stream 5 Poems Opus 2.
I'm not sure what to do with my hands.